Just shy of the 40.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Who nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 57. Mike 57. All day, baby. Regular.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Mayfield down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And Anderson's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready? 52, right 52. Watch the back and watch the back.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Darnold now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing again is Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 12-yard line.
53, check 53. Here we go, D. All ladies. All day. Mike, 53.
To throw is Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got tight right there.
Now Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay.
And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off of play action, Darnold. Got his man, it's Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Real set. 59. Mike's 59. Come on, young lady. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And Eifert has it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At the 43-yard line.
Real set. Young lady. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. That's what I do. Slam, slam, slam. Young lady.
On 1st and 10, Darnold fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's the backup Simeon. On the catch, it's Crowder. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. This is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And able to find Green. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
And the Browns first down.
Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
throwing. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Mike 52. Go.
Again, it's Bell. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That's got to be a
Recon, 132 fighter.
check 37. Check 50. Check 50. Check 59.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run the counter. Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Mike. 53. Mike. You better be afraid of me.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New York. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. And a missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns drive about to get started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Check 9.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
180. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Ingram, and an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? nice second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Big stop, let's go. Hey, lady. Check 24. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want
80 weapons.
Switch.
To throw again on second down. Darnold, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Red 80. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check. 59. I'm going to run you over.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This is Ingram.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Real side. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. The lady.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Trying to get it to Landry there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
We're outside. 53, check 53. 3 bud.
Now it's Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein.
A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, going into the final play of this game,